Hello and welcome to another lecture of JavaScript. In this lecture we'll learn how to use the DOM nodes or what the DOM node is. So in the last lecture we've learned what the DOM is, and I also told you about the DOM nodes and their relation by parent nodes, child nodes, and siblings. So every element on a web page has a DOM node relation to their child node or the parent node. Okay, so in case of the h1 tag here where we see title news, this would be the child node of body, and body would be the child node of HTML. Okay, H1 and H2 would be at the same level, so they would be siblings. Okay, so this is how we can define, or how we define child nodes. Now, you have properties and methods that you can use to access all these childs and parents. So let's see a few properties and methods that we can use with DOM nodes. One way of access is using the getElementById that I already showed you on the last lecture. Okay, so you could use the ID and the method getElementById to grab everything or change anything that you see here as a value. Now I'm going to show you another way you can search for a specific element on a web page. So let's say you have an image on your web page or on the body section. So you just type document.image or images, sorry, and then square brackets. And to access or to choose, let's say you have 3 different images. So this basically creates an array where you can choose either the first image with the 0, the second image of your web page with a 1, or the third image with a 2. Okay, so this is how we can go from one element to another and to choose a specific element without using the getElementById, of course, because getElementById, you just need to put an ID in the element on a specific element and just use that method, which is for me the most simple way to do it. But yeah, you can use this way as well. So you can use it with images, you can use it with forms, you can use it as well, links. With the form you could, for example, use the first form dot element and then square brackets again. So the first form of your web page and the first element. Okay, so with this you would get the first element of the first form. If we type here 1, you would get the first element of the second form of the web page. And this, the element refers to whatever input you have there, or checkbox or radio button. Okay, if you want to choose the second element, type here 1, or the third element 2. Okay, so basically this is how we do it. Then the element has also a value, or the name, okay, or inner, you already know this, inner HTML. Okay, so this is the most complex way or the longest way to do it with more code, but I prefer to use the getElementById. Just grab an ID and just go directly to that element ID. Okay, so now I'm going to show you, let's create a variable. Let's call this parent equals document dot. Now we're going to use child and capital N nodes and square brackets. We are mentioning the first child node of the document, which is the HTML. Okay, so if we type here alert, and then we type parent and save this and run it. Okay, we have object HTML element, but I want the alert box to return the name of the tag or the element, which is HTML. So to do that, we need to use another property called node name. Okay, save this, and let's open this, and there it is. Okay, so this is how you can access and identify object elements or DOM nodes on a web page. And you have a lot of other properties you can use. Check out the description page or your guides at the end of the chapter and practice with more properties. Okay, guys? So just a quick reference. Let's say we want to use the DOM nodes, and with this, instead of using the getElementById, let's grab this text here and show it on the alert box. So to do that, we just have to go node by node. So the first child node would be HTML, and then we have to go again .childNodes, and then 0. Let's see what happens now. Let's check out head. Okay, so first child of the document, this would be the child of the first child, HTML. And now we want to go to the body section, which would be the second child of HTML. If we type 2 and we run it, this will have the body element. Okay, so here, instead of node name, if we put inner HTML, let's see what we get. We're gonna get probably all the content, there it is, all the content inside the body section. H1, as you can see, H2, and then div, and even the JavaScript appears here. Okay, so this would be the longest and the hardest way to do it. Obviously, we can create get element by ID, and here just type news 1, and then run this, and there it is. Okay, this is much faster. If we want to grab the H1, we just type here ID equal title 1, save this, and there it is. Okay, so it's much faster to use the getElementById method. So that's it, guys, and see you in the next lecture. Bye.